Topping headlines, Minister of Health addressed the nation. Seventh murder recorded for the territory, and more vaccines accepted for entry into the Turks and Caicos Islands. Hello Turks and Caicos, welcome to Newswatch. I'm Latoya Walken, your anchor for Friday's newscast. Let's get right into it. The Minister of Health, Honorable Jamel Robinson, in an address to the nation, updated the public on new and continuing COVID protection measures and other health issues. Take a look.
The main things coming out of today's press conference with Team Health was that there is no changes in the COVID-19 protection measures. That means no change to the curfew, no tightening of the curfew, and no slackening. And that community spread continues throughout the islands. Minister of Health, Honorable Jamel Robinson, is urging everyone, given the level state of affairs regarding the virus in the country, to continue to take personal responsibility for keeping themselves and their family safe.
There will be no changes to the health regulations as they currently stand. That is for several reasons. Number one, we've made significant progress, but we are not out of the woods just yet. Our positivity rate is at 2%, which is down from a high of 3.7%. And we only have one person hospitalized in relation to COVID-19 directly. And we'll see what happens with the results based on what Dr. Tennant said earlier in terms of the 2 new cases we admitted, or 2 new persons we've admitted. We unfortunately are still on level 3 on the CDC travel list, which I believe is too high, but I'm hopeful that we will be moved to at least a level 2 after the next round of country assessments. Now, why the positivity rate is important is because when we were on level 1, we were back down to 1% or below. So that's where we want to get in terms of the running infections for a 28-day period. So we have more work to do. We've done it before, and I believe we can do it again. The second reason that there is no change, my ministry is in the process of reviewing all protocols to find a long-term balance for the safety of lives and livelihoods. We are fast approaching 80 to 85% vaccination rate for the adult segment of the population and are approaching 70% for all persons eligible for the vaccine, inclusive of those 12 to 15 years of age, where there is a low uptick. At some point, personal responsibility will become the order of the day. While we may not relax all regulations at once, we do want to put in the minimum amount of measures to produce the desired outcome, which again is balancing lives and livelihoods.
Another major point highlighted by the minister was how the country is performing since the introduction of the vaccinated-only policy for all visitors.
Before commenting further on COVID-19, I would like to note how our number one industry is doing since the introduction of the new measures on September 1st, 2021. The following statistics were provided by the TCI Airports Authority and the TCI Tourist Board. In terms of passenger arrivals, September 2021 saw a 10% increase in arrivals compared to September 2019, i.e. just over 22,000 passengers versus slightly over 20,000 passengers.
The minister says that with the reintroduction of airline flights for high season, the country will continue to see positive growth. In terms of projected room occupancy, October 2021 is projected to have 10% more bookings compared to October 2019. This is almost double the numbers from September 2021. This, coupled with the revitalized management of the East Harbor Resort in South Caicos and the return of cruise ships on December 7th, Honorable Robinson says his government has high hopes for the coming high season. Meanwhile, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Nadia Aswood says that community spread of the virus continues to be an issue. Given a breakdown of the numbers from July, which was the onset of the third wave of infections, to the present.
For the weekly case count for this week, we've had a total of 12 cases, which doesn't include the 10 identified yesterday. The present surge started at the beginning of July 2021, and since 7th of July 2021, we've detected a total of 485 new cases. 235 of those, or 49%, are male. The age groups are as followed. In the 0 to 9 years age group, there have been 44 cases. In the 10 to 19 years age group, there have been 63 cases. For 20 to 29 years, there's been 83. 30 to 39, 99. 40 to 49 years, 97 cases. 50 to 59 years, 69 cases. 60 to 69 years, 17 cases. 70 to 79, 11 cases, and 2 cases in those 80 or above. 359 of the cases, or 74%, are residents. Initially, more visitors or tourists were testing positive. However, more recently, most cases have been identified in residents. We can attribute this change to the rollout of the vaccinated-only visitors policy, which came into effect on the 1st of September 2021. 303 cases, or 62%, since the 7th of July, have been symptomatic, so this time around we have noted more symptomatic individuals. 110, or 23%, are listed as contacts of other positive cases, and 168, or 35%, are linked to international travel. And 207, or 43%, are unlinked. This number of unlinked cases speaks to ongoing community spread of COVID-19. Breakthrough cases, which are defined as cases occurring in persons who have been fully vaccinated, have been documented in 106 persons since the beginning of the vaccination program.
In a subsequent newscast, we'll bring you more breakdowns of today's press conference. For PTV News Watch, I'm Delana Isles.
The government has added 2 more vaccines to the list of vaccines approved for entry of fully vaccinated visitors into the country. More in this report.
The Health Ministry this week revised the list to include individuals who have been fully vaccinated, as defined in the regulations, with any World Health Organization approved vaccines. The list previously named only 4 approved vaccines. This change expands the current list of approved vaccine to now include the Sinopharm and the Sinovac vaccines. The Sinopharm was developed in Beijing, China, and is now approved in 65 countries, while Sinovac, also invented in China, is approved in 40 countries. In August, Chinese researchers at China's Center for Disease Control and Prevention found that 2 shots of the vaccines provided an efficacy of 59% against COVID-19 caused by the Delta variant, 70.2% against a moderate form of the disease, and 100% against severe cases. Meanwhile, the initial 4 vaccines approved for entry into the TCI are the Johnson & Johnson, the Pfizer-BioNTech, Moderna, and the AstraZeneca. The ministry says it is expected that this list will evolve based on the ongoing review of technical data related to the various vaccines against COVID-19, which have been or are being developed in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. The ministry is reminding everyone that the COVID-19 vaccine is vital to ensuring the resumption of activities in the Turks and Caicos Islands by minimizing the risk of the virus in the general public. The public is further reminded to practice the public health protocols at all times, and if eligible for the vaccine, to reach out to their healthcare providers to be vaccinated. Additionally, all persons who meet the criteria should also take the booster shot. For PTV News Watch, I'm Delana Isles.
A quick break now, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more News Watch.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Police are on a manhunt after 68-year-old Alpheus Gardner becomes the country's 7th murder victim following a robbery at the Arch Plaza early Thursday. Newswatch learns more about the incident and the victim. Here's your update.
Investigators are on a manhunt for the 2 men responsible for a robbery and shooting outside the Arch Plaza on Thursday, which has now become a murder investigation. Newswatch would like to confirm that the Royal Jewels main store was not robbed, making 68-year-old Alpheus Gardner the intended target. However, police are still not privy to whether the crime was random or not. Alpheus Gardner, a son of the Twin Island, North Caicos, a husband, father, uncle, and friend to many, is being mourned across the country and by the public service after a 40-year tenure within the civil service as establishment secretary, teacher, principal, primary school advisor, director of sports, permanent secretary of the Ministry of Police and Prisons, and service within the Ministries of Health, Social Security, Sports, and Tourism. Gardner was also married to Mrs. Clara Gardner, former PS for the Ministry of Immigration. Sources tell Newswatch that Gardner had just arrived on Provo and was conducting personal business when he unsuspectingly entered the parking lot of the Arch Plaza after visiting the Royal Jewels. 2 men approached him, shot him, and robbed him of his white pickup truck. He was then taken to the Cheshire Hall Medical Center, just 1 exit away. Shortly thereafter, family members began an appeal for urgent donations of O-positive blood, which was said to have garnered a substantial amount of support from the public. However, that support was not enough to save Gardner's life, as he was taken into surgery and later died. Newswatch was able to speak with his niece, Bernie Gardner, who was unable to speak on the record, obviously emotional and moved to tears by her uncle's sudden and senseless death. However, thanked the public for the outpour of support with blood donations. Police commented on the crime, calling it a trend of criminal activity after another man was shot and robbed at the parking lot of Mango Reef on Tuesday, sharing that 5 detectives are being sworn into their team of investigators today, October 15th, just in time to assist with these investigations, as well as the murder investigation of Isaac Mizik, yet another North Caicos man who was decapitated and found in his home early September. Police have also not released any updates on the progression of this case as the family continues to plead for answers. The Deputy Governor's Office, the Royal Turks and Caicos Islands Police Force, as well as the PTV family are all extending heartfelt condolences to the Gardner family.
A quick break now. More Newswatch when we return.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Mixed weather patterns across the Turks and Caicos Islands. Here's your 3-day weather forecast. Starting in Grand Turk on Saturday, sunshine with mixed clouds, high 84, low 79, winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. On Sunday, sunshine and mixed clouds, high 84, low 79. Winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. On Monday, partly cloudy skies, high 84, low 79. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. South Caicos on Saturday, partly cloudy skies, high 84, low 79. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. On Sunday, partly cloudy skies, high 84, low 79. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. On Monday, partly cloudy skies, high 84, low 79. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. For North and Middle Caicos on Saturday, intervals of clouds and sunshine, high 85, low 78. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. On Sunday, partly cloudy skies, high 85, low 79. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. On Monday, partly cloudy skies, high 85, low 79. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Parrot and Pine Key on Saturday, intervals of clouds and sunshine, high 85, low 79. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. On Sunday, partly cloudy skies, high 84, low 78. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. On Monday, intervals of clouds and sunshine, high 84, low 78. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Finally, on Providenciales on Saturday, intervals of clouds and sunshine, high 85, low 79. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. On Sunday, partly cloudy skies, high 84, low 78. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And on Monday, intervals of clouds and sunshine, high 84, low 78. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Time now for your sunrise and sunset. Sunrise at 6:47 a.m., sunset at 6:23 p.m. And for your high tides and low tides, high tides 5:13 a.m., 5:38 p.m. For your low tides, 11:23 a.m., 11:54 p.m. Time now for your hurricane outlook. For the North Atlantic, Caribbean Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico, an elongated area of low pressure located more than 500 miles southeast of Bermuda is beginning to merge with a larger mid-latitude trough. While early satellite wind data indicate the system is producing gale force winds, the associated shower and thunderstorm activity remains disorganized. Strong upper-level winds are expected to prevent additional tropical development of this system as it accelerates to the east-northeast over the next several days. And that's it for your weather forecast and hurricane outlook. We'll be right back with more News Watch.
Here at People's Television, we're more than just your leading news and entertainment services. We are
spreading the gospel.
We are breaking barriers.
We are preserving the culture. Each one, teach one.
We are committed to excellence.
We're creating change.
We are creating memories.
We are the future.
I am PTV.
I am PTV. I am PTV.
I am PTV.
We are PTV.
We are continuing the legacy. We are PTV.
Invest TCI says the months of September and October were busy as they promoted the Turks and Caicos Islands to international audiences at the Lodging Conference and the 25th Annual International African American Hotel Ownership and Investment Summit and Trade Show. Take a look. Representatives of Invest Turks and Caicos attended the Lodging Conference in Phoenix, Arizona on September 27th through the 30th. The conference has seen the attendance of tens of thousands of high-powered hotel owners and executives from around the globe to strategize development, finance, franchising, management, construction, design, and operations. Executives from the agency were able to network and meet with interested prospects while also participating in think tank activities where attendees had the opportunity to join in the conversation, discuss issues, and solve problems. Following the Lodging Conference, Invest TCI attended NAPHUT from October 6th to the 8th at the Miami Marriott Biscayne Bay Hotel. The Premier Honorable Charles Washington Mizik also participated in a one-on-one interview. A View from the Top, a conversation on the Turks and Caicos Islands, hosted by Jerry Butler, chairman of Butler Investment Group. The session focused on the current affairs of the Turks and Caicos Islands. The Premier commented on the island's economic strength and growth trajectory and his government's commitment to ensure that the island has five-star properties and is a five-star destination. Commenting on the conference's interim CEO Angela Musgrove stated, quote, "It is important for Invest TCI to have a presence at industry conferences to promote opportunities in the Turks and Caicos Islands. Through continuous engagement with industry stakeholders and investors, the agency is able to proactively target new investment opportunities for specific sectors and overall economic development." Musgrove further stated, quote, "Our continued thrust to channel opportunities to the Family Islands remains the core focus of our current promotional activities. The NABHOOD conference provided a platform for engagement with ethnic minorities in the hotel and real estate development space, as we create the enabling environment for our domestic entrepreneurial base to leverage opportunities in this sector. The connections with like minds at this conference strengthens the resource base for the agency." End quote. The Honorable Josephine Connolly, Minister of Tourism, also attended the International Multicultural and Heritage Tourism Summit from October 8th to 10th. Honorable Connolly participated in a panel discussion on diversity in tourism and the impact on the destination. A private investor reception was also held on the behalf of the Honorable Premier, which allowed Invest TCI to leverage direct access to investors to discuss opportunities in the Turks and Caicos Islands. In addition, 4 students from the Turks and Caicos Islands Community College attended the event as part of NABHOOD's student program, which awards students from around the Caribbean scholarships in the hospitality and aviation sectors. And here's another story that made today's edition of Newswatch.
Among the goals of the observances is the education of the local community on the various manifestations of domestic violence and the impact on those who have endured it. This year's theme, That's Not Love, Say No to Domestic Violence, will serve as not only an educative platform, but a rallying point to stand in solidarity with survivors and send a clear message of zero tolerance for this epidemic. The launch of this educational campaign will be accompanied by a body of activities which aim to raise awareness, build support, and enlighten the TCI community. There will be the airing of content across various platforms geared towards unmasking the various modes through which domestic violence is inflicted. The Minister of Home Affairs, the Honorable Otis Morris, will soon be making a statement on the month's activities. The Gender Affairs Department is also planning several solidarity walks across the TCI, in collaboration with civil society and community-based partners. Observances will continue with the Walk a Mile in Her Shoe exhibition, which will be hosted at various locations to allow opportunities for the sharing of stories of survival and resilience. Presentations will be given at schools by the department, aimed at raising awareness among both staff and students. School-level awareness will also be boosted by student participation in debate competitions focused on ventilating various elements of domestic violence motions that affect them heavily as well. As part of the safety net designed to support victims and survivors, frontline workers will be engaged in workshops focused on the revised domestic violence legislation. To be conducted in collaboration with the Attorney General's chambers, these workshops will take participants through understanding how the newly revised legislation will support their functions and strengthen their capacity. Throughout the period of observances, the department's website and new media platforms will be consistently updated with new materials. There will also be educational broadcasts on Radio Turks and Caicos. To show your solidarity this month with the men and women trapped in this cycle of abuse, and for those who have escaped and are still coping with the after effects, the Gender Affairs Department encourages you to wear purple on commemorative days to show your support. Someone you know may be suffering silently and needs your help to walk from the darkness of being a victim to the light of becoming a survivor. The World Health Organization cites that 1 in 3 women worldwide have been subjected to violence of a physical or sexual nature by an intimate partner. Their study, which was published in March of this year, further suggests that the phenomenon is more prevalent in women and girls in the 15 to 49 age group. For PTV News Watch, I am Delana Isles.
This wraps up today's edition of Newswatch. Remember, you can visit our website at www.ptvatci.com or join us every weekday at 6:30 p.m. for the real news. I'm Latoya Walking. Until next time.